Hi everyone, thank you for joining the Scrapbook Blessings Club June video hop, sponsored by MHK Designs. I'm Danielle and I'm number 2 in the lineup. There's 6 creative design team members with something to share with you, and if you watch, comment, and subscribe to each of us, you will be entered into a drawing to win one of MHK Designs' new June release set that she has graciously let us use for this hop. Below you'll find the lineup so you don't miss any one of us, as well as all of the info on entering the drawing. The MHK design set that I'm using for my project is Open Bloom. This design set is Open Bloom, 1 image and 3 sentiments. So this Digi stamp was a first for me, so I was really excited to be able to use this. So I printed it out on cardstock, and it was really easy to work with. I was a little intimidated at first because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it justice, but I'm really in love with this kind of technique now, and I'm definitely going to be indulging in these Digi stamps more often. I'm really pleased with MHK's designs, and don't hesitate to click on the links below that go right to her Etsy shop, and it also goes right to this stamp set so that you can just jump right on board and get it for yourself. So I made 2 projects. Both of them were first for me. The first one is I printed out the sentiment, "Every flower is a soul blossoming in nature." I printed that one out twice on cardstock, and then I printed out the flower 4 times on cardstock, because I wanted the sentiment to be on the inside of the card and I wanted the flower to be on the outside, because I decided for the first time ever I was going to make a shaker card, and I didn't want the flower to be covered up by the shakers, but more like the sentiment to be kind of revealed with the shaking pieces. So here's card number 1. And what I did to create my shaker card is I used a flip flap as a pocket for the sequins. And the reason why I did that is because it's a no mess kind of deal. You just literally open that bad boy up, pour those sprinkles in, and here you have it. What I did with my flower here is I colored it with my alcohol markers. The ones I have are Shinhan. I may have pronounced that incorrectly and I apologize. So what I did was I took my flower and I printed it out twice, 4 times, but twice for this one. And on this one, what I did was I offset the petals after I fussy cut it out. And then that way it kind of, I don't know, to me felt like it gave it much more dimension. And so then I did do a little pop dot up here, or square dimensional. I added some twine right here, and you can totally see how that just kind of helps set that stem off. Card number 2, still shaker card. Still the same process, but this time I did it in a different color. I wanted it to match the card base. Also, with this one, what I did was I didn't offset the petals. I just put them directly on. I definitely like the petals better offset than I do directly on, but same concept, just a little dimensional here, some twine, some shimmer trim, and some foil, and there we have it. My other first was a magic slider card. I made this a 6x6. Here's the inside. Okay, my slider. For my slider, I needed a tab, a pull tab. So what I did was I printed the flower with the sentiment, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." Okay, I printed that twice. Once for the cardstock, and in a second time for my transparency. The transparency that I printed on was made specifically for inkjet printers. So you want to make sure that when you're using a printable transparency that it's definitely for an inkjet printer, or it's going to be a hot mess. Anyways, so without further ado, here's my magic slider card. And I am so excited to know that I did this correctly. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Ta-da! Then I cut the flower out one more time, and that's what I use for my pull tab.